It's not possible. Because you are of present time. And Vibhaswana was much earlier. So therefore there is some inconsistency, discrepancy is there. Now on this, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says very nice thing. He said, not that Arjuna had this doubt. Because he knew a Bhagavan, who was Bhagavan. He said, but in future time, some foolish person should not raise this doubt. That's why he is asking now. So let it be clear now only. Other in the future somebody will ask, how did Bhagavan teach that? Vasudeva Vishaya Sarvanyatva Shanka Ma Bhut. There should not be any doubt about Bhagavan's omniscience and the lordship of Bhagavan. But if you just see time period, then it can be a doubt. Now let us see what Bhagavan says. Okay? Now, at least one shloka we can see, this fifth one.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Bahuni me vyatitani Janmani tava charjuna Tanyaham veda sarvani Natvam veda parantapa.
Bhagavan said, Hey Parantapa, hey Arjuna, your question from one standpoint is quite valid, but from other standpoint it is not valid. If you think this is my first birth, of course this question is quite right. But the truth is, Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacha Arjuna. Arjuna, many births have passed by. I have taken many births earlier and also yours. I had many births, you also had many births. Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacha Arjuna. Once I read some humorous kind of thing, One man was reading this and he said, do you know what Bhagavan said? Bhagavan's birth was in month of May and Arjuna was in June. Bahuni May vyatitani. May, month of May. And June, tavacha Arjuna. Your birth was in June. And that also Charjuna means on 4th June. It has nothing to do with May or June or anything. Bhagavan says, Bahuni, May means mama, my. I had many births. And so also you. Tavacha Arjuna. How come that I don't remember? Just because you don't remember, that does not mean you did not have birth. Because there are so many people who say, how come that I don't remember my past birth? If I had birth, why can't I remember? I said, what about past life, what you are talking? Even in present day, what yesterday happened, you don't remember. One learned professor was traveling by train. The ticket checker came. I said, where is your ticket? He started searching ticket here, there, he didn't find. Then he opened his briefcase and all that, there also he didn't find. The conductor was kind-hearted. He said, forget about it. I believe you must be having ticket. It's all right. Don't worry. Don't bother. He said, you may say don't bother, but I have to. Why? Because I have forgotten where I have to get down. So unless I see that ticket, I will not know where I have to get down. And one man, he had a house in front of us, there was a revolving door. You going round and round and round and round. Somebody asked, why are you going round and round? No, I'm thinking whether I was going out or coming in. Such is our memory. So just because we don't remember something, that does not mean it is not there. And Bhagavan says, that's what is the difference between you and me. Tani aham veda sarvani. Aham tani sarvani janmani veda. I know all those janmas, those births and those lives. Natvam vedthapam. That you do not know. This always reminds me of one satsang in our temple. Swamiji was sitting, so many people were sitting, and some school girls came at that time. And Swami asked, do I have got any question? And one girl raised her hand and said, Swamiji, what is the difference between God and me? Swami said, this is the difference. You ask, he doesn't ask. That means you don't know, he knows. What is the difference? I see the Lord is one who is the Lord of total mind, functioning through total mind. Therefore, he is omniscient. He knows all. You are only the master of one body, one mind. That's called Jiva. And therefore, your knowledge or your power of action, both are limited. Bhagavan says he knows everything, but you do not know. Then a question. Arjuna looked at him. Bhagavan said, yes, I can see some question on your face. What is the question? He said, Bhagavan, I can understand about many births of myself. Because I am a limited individual. And I have got many desires. Prompted by many desires, I perform karmas. Then the karma phalas are there. Now to go through the results of those karmas, I can have many births. Jiva has to go through this punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam and all that. But why should you have any birth?